Hello, Sudoku friends, and welcome. Here we go again with a New York Times Hard Level Sudoku puzzle. Today is February 1st, 2024. We will get started right away, and we will get started, I think, with a 1 in this square, because these two ones block these squares, and this one blocks across. I also want an 8 to go here because these two 8s block these 4 squares and this 8 blocks here. So no, it won't go here. It will go here. My bad. My apologies for that. 4 blocks over here. 4 goes here or here. Therefore, here or here. So I'm start looking for 4s here, here or here now. And I will be looking for an 8 here or here. 7 blocks up, 7 over, 7 here or here. 7 must go here or here. What did I say about the 8s? 8 here and here, yes, and 7 here or here. That should be achievable. Oh, I said a 4 down here, didn't I? And now I also say a 7 down here. That leaves 2 squares to figure out in the row. And they can't be 4 and 7, obviously, because we have 4 and 7 here. They must be 2 and a 5. 5, 5, 5. Can't do much with that. But now I will be looking for a 2 here, here, and here. And the 9 that blocks down here and over here forces a 9 to go here and or here and here or here. 9 also blocks up here and across here. One of these is a 9. So we're going to have a 9 up here. I think the top shoot is beginning to take shape somehow. But I don't think we are quite there yet. 1s here or here because of this one blocking over and this one blocking up. One of these must be a 1. And a 2 and this 9 must go in some of these squares here. Let's see, the 9 here or here. The 2, here or here. But the 4, because of this 4 blocking up and this 4 blocking down, we can enter a 4 here. And this 8 blocks here. We got this 8 blocking here and this 8 blocking here. So this has got to be an 8. Now, a 1 and a 2 block here. So it's clear that a 1 and a 2 must go in these 2 squares. And that leaves only 1 square to figure out. And that must be a 6. Now we're going to have a 5 here or here. And the 3, 5, 7, 9 across here. Here's a 5, 7. This is a 3, 9. 3, 7 here. This is a 5, 9. This here, anybody's guess. But I don't want to be guessing, because if we begin to guess while solving Sudoku, we're not going to have a happy end. But we can deal with the 1, 2 here, because as we remember, these two have to be a 2 and a 5. Therefore, there is no way that this can be a 2. Therefore, it must be a 1. And this must be a 2. We had something going on with 1s up here, I remember, because this one blocks up, this one blocks over. In theory, both of these can be 1s, but this one blocks across here. So one of these is a 1, therefore this can't be. And the 1 goes here. So now 2, 3, 4, and a 9 here. 2, 4, and 9. This must be a 3, mustn't it? I think it does. And 2, 4, 9 here. We have a 2 and a 4 blocking this square, so this is a 9. And these must be a 2 and a 4. And actually, both of these can be 2s now. We will have to fix that at some stage. We need to find a 2, 6, and a 9 for these squares here. And there's a 2 and a 6 blocking here, so this must be the 9. And now I am seeing this 9 blocking down, this blocking over. One of these is a 9 blocking down. So one of these must be a 9. Not very helpful, but with a bit of luck, I will be able to remember that. 2 and 5, 6 and 9. But the seventh row, a 3, 7, and a 5. 3 and 7 block here, here's a 5. 3 blocks here, here's a 7, and therefore this must be a 3. This 7 blocks here, this 7 blocks here, so this is a very easy 7. This 4 blocks here, so here's an easy 4, and here's an easy 5. Do we have any other easy numbers? 4, 6, and 9 here. No, I don't think, not yet. 4 block, oh, hang on. No. We can have 4s here and here. My bad. So let's get back to these for a moment. As I said, there must be a 6 and a 9. So what are these then? A 3, 5, and an 8. We have a 3 and a 5 blocking here, so this must be an 8. This 8 tracks down here, this 8 tracks up here, so another 8 goes here. Now a 3 and a 5 here. This 3 blocks across, so does this, and this blocks up, so a 3 must go here. Now what can we do? Can we do something with the 8s? Yes, we can, because we found this 8, which now blocks here and here, and this 8 blocks here, this 8 blocks here. So yes, we could. Here's an 8. I think we talked about a 5 in one of these squares, and we can sort that out now. Because this 5 blocks here, this 5 blocks here, one of these must be a 5 blocking all of these 3 squares. This 5 blocks this square. These have to be a 4 and a 7. Ergo, a 5 must go here. These being a 6 and 9 puts a 3 in this square here. 3, 4, 7 here now. Well, all we know is that the 3 goes here or here. Is that really all we know? Yeah, for now it is. So where is the next number coming from? I wonder. 9 here and here, 9 here and here, 9 here and here. We know that a 5 and a 9 have got to go in 2 of these squares. Still to be accounted for the 2 and the 4. This is a 2, 4. But up here we can also have a 2 and a 6. 4, 7 here. 2, 5 here. 6, 9 here. Doesn't really fit together nicely. But I could do myself a huge favor and just simply enter a 7 here because of the 7 blocking across and the 7 blocking across. How I didn't see that, I just don't know. Now, 2, 4, 5 and a 6 here. 5, 6. This is a 2, 4. We know that this is a 2, 4. So we got a 5 and a 6 here and here. And the 6 blocks here. So here's a 5 and here's a 6. And that gives us a nice 6 here. And here a 4 and a 9, if memory serves. Yes, 4 blocks over. Here's a 9, here's a 4. We also know that one of these had to be a 9. Now that this 9 blocks over, the 9 goes here. 2, 4 here and here. The 4 blocks over. 2 here, 4 here. One of these had to be a 2. Now this is 2 blocks up here. So we know that the 6 must go here and the 2 here. 6 blocks down and 6 blocks down. 6 blocks over. 6 here. 9 therefore here. I think that is right. 4, 7 still here. 4, 7 here. Certainly not a 4 or a 7 here. So back to the unique rectangle. The unique rectangle says that if these are 4, 7, and they have to be, you can see that easily. And this also must be a 4 or 7. You can see that just as easily. It is clear that a 4 and a 7 cannot go here, because if a 4 went here or a 7 went here, then we would have what is called a unique rectangle. And that means that you could actually interchange the 4 and the 7 across here in an X-like pattern, and you would still have a valid puzzle. But since a puzzle is not deemed valid if it has more than one and therefore a unique solution, then we usually regard unique rectangles with a bit of distaste. So in theory, because we know this is a high quality game from the New York Times, it may not be very difficult, but it is high quality. We know that this cannot be a 4 and a 7. And we can easily figure out what it must be, because there are only three possibilities left in this block here, a 4, 7, and a 3. So we can enter a 3 here and be done with it. And now this, now the 4 and a 7 goes from here to here and from here to here. But I won't do that, because using the knowledge of the uniqueness of a classical Sudoku puzzle as a means to solving it is frowned upon by many. Also sometimes by myself, but I sometimes, if I'm in a hurry, I do tend to make use of a unique rectangle, but I'm not in a hurry today. I went swimming yesterday. I have some coffee appointments later on in the day, and I'll take my time with this puzzle. So instead, I'll look elsewhere for a number, and one easy number that comes to mind is that this 2 blocks across here and here, giving me a 2 here. We also need a 2 and a 5 for these squares. The 2 now forces the 5 to go here, and the 2 must go here. This 5 blocks here, this 5 blocks here, so here's a 5. Let's see if a normal Sudoku rules leads us to a 3 for this square. It will be fun, but I'm not really thinking about that now. I'm just trying to solve the rest of the puzzle. Let's deal with this square. It's got to be a 1, and these two now must be a 2 and a 5. The 5 blocks up, so here's a 2 and here's a 5. Across here, we need to find a 1 and a 6. And we can't do that yet. We also need a 1 for one of these 2 squares. But we can work on these 2 squares, because as you might recall, they must be a 9 and a 6. And look at the bottom row. We got this 9 blocking here and here, therefore this must be a 9, and therefore this cannot be a 9 anymore, it must be a 6, and the 9 must go here. This 6 blocks down here, giving me this 6, and therefore a 1 here. This 1 blocks here, therefore this is a 1. We might as well figure out what goes here, and what goes here is a 7. So now let's look at this square. It must be a 4. Look at this 4 blocking across. We know that one of these couldn't be a 4 and not a 7. Now we know it could not be a 4. So the 4 goes here. We might as well look at the 4, 7 up here now, because now this is a 4 and this is a 7. Guess what's missing here? A 3, as I predicted. Now we have a 3 here, and we have a 2 here. Over here, we need a 7, and that completes the puzzle. That's it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now. Catch you back here again tomorrow.